Welcome back to another Rogue One figure review. We're sort of wrapping up our week of Rogue One figures with two more. We're going to have one today and one tomorrow on the 15th, which is when Rogue One sort of officially is released, at least for the early bird showings, which is when I will be going. Today we're going to be looking at the Scarif Stormtrooper. Now, this is a bit of an unusual one in some sense. And I'll explain why in a moment. This is actually a Walmart exclusive. As you can see, there's no number here. And it, I believe, was just released pretty recently. On the back, it says, Specialist Stormtroopers stationed at the top-secret Imperial military headquarters on Scarif. Shore troopers patrol the beaches and bunkers of the planetary facility. Now, interestingly, I read this a minute ago, but before reading that, I didn't realize that Scarif was even the name of a planet. I wasn't sure what that meant. So, learned something. I also thought it was interesting here that they use the term shore troopers in the description, but that is not what they actually call the figure. It's a stormtrooper. So, in any case, we're going to go ahead and open this up and take a look at it. And I'd like to compare it also with the one we did yesterday, which is the hover tank driver exclusive. So, be right back. So here he is, and you know, the first thing, I always like to say the first thing that strikes me when I open these up, the first thing that struck me with this one is definitely the coloring. The color scheme here is quite unusual for a stormtrooper. You know, we've had sand troopers in the past, of course, with the original trilogy, but they were always in the same sort of white armor as the normal troopers, and, you know, it just got kind of weathered and dirty, but it was not colored differently from the beginning. But this one looks, for all the world, to be just tan armor. And, you know, it does have a little weathering on it, but it's tan, apparently. And I'm guessing that this is because they are sort of shore troopers, so-called. They patrol the beach, and they're in the sand and so forth. That's my only thought. The other thing that I noticed after getting this out of the package, which I didn't notice at first, was how very similar this is to the Hover Tank Pilot exclusive, the Toys R Us exclusive that I covered yesterday. This is that, and I don't know if you can tell right away, but there is a lot of reuse on these figures. In fact, they're almost identical, except for the head, the helmet, and the sort of belt area here. Everything else is exactly the same, believe it or not, except for the differences in color. So if you look closely at the bottom, you know, the legs here, these are the same exact details. This stomach area, the chest area, the arms, the rear here, all of it's the same, but, well, you know, except for the belt, as I say. And, but they did a good job, I will say, of making them appear different. I guess these are good representations of what they actually are in the film as well. I don't know. I've never actually seen pictures of either of these, the actual armor of either of these, but I'm guessing it's accurate. So yeah, it is impressive how different these can look just based on different paint schemes and different color plastic. So let's get a closer look here at the parts that are different. We have the helmets. I personally prefer the hover tank version, I think. It just looks cooler to me, but this one here is not bad. They have both the same sort of visor look. And then, you know, we have the different belt area. I don't know what this is meant to be. Some sort of pouch carrying something or other, and he's got this rubber flaps here. And that's about it. Personally, as I say, I'm not entirely sold on this. I don't plan on buying any more of these unless they're just amazing in the film and I really, you know, think they look cool or something. But yeah, it's not a bad figure, certainly. I mean, I liked the other one, the hover tank driver, so there's no reason why I shouldn't like this one. I just feel like, you know, the tan color, and also this, you know, this business with the stripes and everything. I've always preferred my Stormtroopers to be more of a simple look, so I'm not entirely sold on this. Now, this is a bit of an odd one in the sense that this is the normal Scarif Stormtrooper. It's just the normal trooper, but it is an exclusive, and they actually are releasing or they did release a Scarif Stormtrooper Commander, or I guess it's called the Squad Leader, and that is the regular release. So you can get that lots of places. You can only get the normal trooper at Walmart, and I don't really understand why they did that. It would seem to make more sense to do it the other way around, because people are going to be wanting to sort of army build, at least some people will, this kind of figure, the normal trooper, and they probably only need one of the commander figure. But in any case, we will be looking at him tomorrow to wrap up the Rogue One figure reviews for the week, and I hope you'll come back tomorrow for that. Thanks for watching.